Hey friends, Mario Cavallo here coming to you from beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. You can see we're up here in North Scottsdale and visiting with my family for the next couple of weeks. And like I told you, we're out of China. Look at that background. That's a Palo Verde tree right behind me in the beautiful desert mountains of North Phoenix. We're going to talk right now about 2 points of diminishing returns, $1,500 US and $4,500 US for audiophile systems. Those 2 points represent the golden spots. You can't get much improvement if you spend $2,500 instead of $1,500. At $1,500, you can get the best of the best. And you have to jump all the way to $4,500 to get up to the next level. Little jumps in between are probably not worth making compared to that $1,500 price. You're already golden. And then above $4,500, forget about it. You got to spend a lot of money to get up above the quality that is now available to you for $4,500 US. And let's go into the details on this. At $1,500, you now can get, and we're talking about speakers, amplifier, and source. Okay? So at $1,500, assuming you're talking about $500 a piece, okay, that's $500 each for the 3 pieces. No, you got to spend a little more on the speakers, all right? You're going to spend a little less because you don't need to spend any more money, and that's the beauty of this conversation. You don't need to spend so much money now for the amplification and the source. It's amazing, you know. I mean, lossless FLAC files in your mobile phone, hooked up through a nice wire, even through a nice $100 DAC, you're done. Really. You're talking about lossless digital files. They are freaking amazing, aren't they? Compared to what's going on 20, 30 years ago, or for the amount of money. Lossless FLAC files are free. They don't cost you anything. So you have a beautiful source. I'm not saying superb, but you have an audiophile quality source, okay? Which leaves you $1,400 for your speakers and your amplifier to get entry-level audiophile quality, okay? You can look at it that way. Well, you know, and I know, that for $500, the ELAC Unifies are, I mean, they're 90% of the way there to audiophile amazing detail and transparency. They lack that last 10%, right? Now, there's lots of other examples. I think it's Q300s, all right? Not SVS primes for $500 a pair. No, they're below. They don't quite have it, do they? But the SVS Ultras for $1,000 a pair, they have it. Unify 5s, found them on Amazon last couple weeks ago for $350. Folks, this kind of money for this kind of audiophile quality speakers is amazing, okay? In terms of them throwing off a beautiful, transparent, open, clean soundstage, okay? That's what you need, and that's what you're looking for, okay? How much money do you need to spend on an amplifier? Not much, right? We know, I've learned, I think there's, I'm not familiar with Emotiva. I think they got like a $299 integrated amp. That's a really beautiful piece, right? But that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, you know, you jump over to the power amp side, and, you know, hats off to Andrew Robinson for just pointing this out in a recent video. The Crown XLS 1502. Come on, man. You say, oh, power amp. No. Oh, it's crap. You're completely wrong. Okay, come on, Andrew's not a liar. Okay? We are people that listen with our real ears. That amplifier is $350. It throws off 300 clean, open, transparent watts, monstrous watts per channel into 8 ohms. 525 watts per channel into 4 ohms, excuse me, okay? And it weighs 9 pounds. I mean, the world of Class D has made our lives beautiful for wanting audiophile, right? So Again, you're not going to get the last 10%. I said diminishing returns. You need to spend $4,000 or $5,000 to get that last 5%, 10% of extra resolution. Who cares? Do you care? If you're a millionaire, God bless you. But we're not millionaires, okay? So there you go on the $1,500 mark. You see what I mean? Now, if you want to take a little different approach, you could say, Riga, I don't like it. I prefer my Amari turntable, but you're at $750, so it's a little bit too high. So you got to do what Ian says over at Hi-Fi News. You pop down to the Riga P1 with the Shitmoney preamp. There you go. That's like $600. Okay, that's a pretty good starter. It's a pretty good starter. I mean, it gives you very clean, clear, sweet audiophile. Okay, so then you got to plug that into, but you imagine, you plug that Riga P1 with the Shitmoney into the Crown XLS 1502. You're at about $1,000, right? That leaves you $500 for a nice set of speakers. And these days, $500 buys you that beautiful set of speakers I was just telling you about. You see, so there you're at your $1,500. Come on, you know how, find me, in order to find a lot better than that, you can't. You could spend $1,800 or $2,000 or $2,500, and you're not really a lot better than that at all. It's not worth it. To go to the next level up, you got to jump to $4,500, and that gives you a lot of playroom. Okay, that gives you a lot of playroom. You can definitely find an amplifier that's going to sound much better. And my top recommendation is more esoteric and weighs 70 pounds. It's the Junction JA88D. Okay. But you're talking about like $1,600 for that amplifier. Now, what are your choices for a great amplifier? And let's call it at $1,500. So that leaves you $3,000 for the left in the $4,500 category for the point of diminishing returns. So now your speakers, you're pushing up more into the $1,800 to $2,000 a pair speakers. Yes, and that's still, and I won't talk about that in detail right now. Right? So start thinking in that 1,800 to 2,000 category of speakers. And I would say bookshelves. Superb high quality stand mount / bookshelf. You're never going to put them on a bookshelf. You shouldn't put them on a bookshelf. You know, $1,800 stand mounts are going to sound freaking pure and beautiful, aren't they? Okay. And I don't regard the Buchard S400s as a good example, by the way. You can do much better than that. Okay. And then that leaves you with about $800 for your turntable. And that's where I'm going to say to you, you can pop into that Amari. In my case, I can get the Amari here in China. You can't. But now for $800, you got a few choices out there that really can put you into an audiophile turntable where you've got a heavy plinth, a heavy platter, a quality tone arm, and a quality reviewed cartridge. Those are your 4 key points about a turntable. Am I right? And for that, and that puts you at that $4,500 price point. Folks, you can't beat that until you start spending a boatload more money. What you're going to get at that $4,500 price point is going to be freaking superb. Okay? I'll give you an example. It's the system that I'm currently recommending and promoting because I did the research. It's not just self-serving. Excuse me. It's because it's freaking amazing. Okay? And that is, say, JBL 530s or 570s or 580s. Skip the 590s because they're huge, so most people don't want them. They're really huge. Even the 580s are pretty big. JBL 530s and 570s, okay? They are remarkable for the money, okay? You plug them into a super high quality, or you have them fed by a super high quality amplifier like that Junction, pure Class A, as good as many Class A amplifiers that are $5,000, okay? That Junction is, in terms of a true, open, pure Class A, 80 watt per channel into 8 ohms, double into 4 ohms, pure, open, beautiful sounding amplifier. It's one of China's most respected and premier pieces of audiophile gear. Folks, That's the amp and the speakers. I mean, to beat that, you got to spend a lot more money, you know? And then, like I said, into that amplifier, you plug in $1,000 range of turntable, which means plinth, quality plinth isolation, power supply, heavy platter, quality tone arm, and cartridge. You can get that from several different models. The P3, right? If you want to go with Riga, go ahead. You're done. Right? I don't sell the P3, but you're done. If you want to do that, you do it, and you're done. All right? That's the story, right? You do that, and you have a system that you're only going to pick up 5% better. You're only going to pick up 5% better if you spend thousands more dollars than that $4,000 to $4,500 price point. Am I wrong? Nah, we know I'm not wrong. That's it for today. Thanks very much, everybody.